When I say meditation and mindfulness, what do you think of? Buddhism, New Age, or yoga? While the terms mindfulness and meditation became popular through these channels, the practices are not secular in nature, and they're seen throughout the Bible and Christian contemplative works. Research has caught up to what we know as truth from the Bible and has confirmed that regular practice of mindfulness increases resilience. In this series, we reflect on the 7 keys to building resilience, and in this video, we're going to focus on meditation. Hey there, my name is Laura, founder of Hope Made Strong, where we equip you and your ministry team as you support and care for others in your community. In this series on resilience, I have emphasized that resiliency isn't simply an achievement that can be attained. Neither is a goal to be reached that no longer needs development. In fact, it's the opposite. Resilience is the result of disciplines and habits that need to be maintained in order to be strong. Meditation is one of those habits that develops strong resilience. Significant research has shown what we know as truth from the Bible, that meditation, which increases mindfulness, decreases the body's response to stress. Now, the term mindfulness was made popular by Buddhist researcher Jon Kabat Zinn, and he defined mindfulness as the awareness that arises from paying attention on purpose in the present moment and non-judgmentally. But the behaviors or actions of mindfulness he describes is not a Buddhist or secular behavior. Looking back on ancient contemplative practices, we see the same principles and the positive results found in Scripture. For example, in Psalms 1:1-6, it says, "Blessed is the man who walks not in the counsel of the wicked, nor stands in the way of sinners, nor sits in the seat of scoffers. But his delight is in the law of the Lord, and on his law he meditates day and night. He is like a tree planted by streams of water that yields its fruit in season, and its leaf does not wither. In all that he does, he prospers." Regina Tremmel, a Christian mindfulness researcher, author, and speaker at the 2020 Church Mental Health Summit, offers a Christian definition of mindfulness. And she defines Christian mindfulness as making mental space on purpose to turn our whole attention to God so that we can hear and abide in His voice in our lives instead of our own judgments. Having mindfulness is intentionally focusing on God so that His voice is louder than our judgments. And mindfulness is produced through the practice of meditation. Or to say it differently, meditation is the habit and mindfulness is the skill developed. As Christ followers, our resilience is strengthened when we are able to develop the habit of meditation by slowing our thoughts, intentionally focusing on God. This builds our ability to hear from Christ and abide in Him throughout our day. We're not immune to life's struggles as caregivers. We face issues with self-esteem, depression, anxiety, and burnout. Having the habit of meditation and building the skill of mindfulness allows us to be more readily available and to hear from God, rather than be distracted by our own thoughts. There can be times where you as a leader have several layers of emotion and tension happening all at the same time. You're kingdom-minded, you're community-focused, and yet you're still human and wrestle with the complex and challenging emotions every day. The skill of mindfulness develops your awareness so you're not overcome by these thoughts. In your role as a supporter, people often come to you feeling overwhelmed and unable to move forward due to the ebb and flow of their own thoughts. They feel anxious, depressed, angry, and overwhelmed. And as a result, they often experience distress in their body, mind, and spirit. Meditation and mindfulness tends to all 3 of these areas. Research shows that meditation slows the heart rate, decreases blood pressure, and can improve digestive issues and even pain. Based on the definition provided by Regina Tremmel, Christian mindfulness is walking out what 2 Corinthians 10 says, in taking every thought captive. Meditation develops the skill of gaining control over what you think about yourself and life and submitting it to God. And finally, meditation nurtures the spirit through developing a more intimate connection with God. Overall, developing the habit or discipline of meditation and developing the skill of mindfulness strengthens your resilience. When you face challenges or have difficult times, you have the ability to control your thoughts so they don't hijack you. You have a quick connection to God and are able to check in with Him and abide in Him. This allows you to bounce back more quickly and avoid getting stuck. When I first learned about meditation, it felt really overwhelming. I'm always on the go, and sitting still and silent actually sounded awful. It was probably exactly what I needed, but it was very anxiety-provoking just thinking about it. Building these intentional routines into your day doesn't have to be complicated. In fact, I bet most of you already do this. What do you often do when you sit down before you eat? You pray. The act of praying before eating is an intentional pause, directing our thoughts to God to acknowledge our thanks to Him for His faithfulness and His provision. I encourage you to think about practical and simple ways that you can take a moment and focus and redirect your thoughts to Christ throughout your day. For me, I'm often running from one appointment to the next, and so I simply close my eyes, take a deep breath before going into my next appointment. And I have a coworker who has a habit of changing her shoes at work and at home as an intentional act of setting her focus. These are simple, in-the-moment suggestions that help us center our thoughts and intentions on God. And if you want more ideas, I'm offering a free download of Meditation Made Easy for those who want a little more step-by-step guidance. If you'd like to hear about the other 6 keys to resilience, check out thehopemadestrong.org/blog or subscribe and be notified when our videos are posted. Thanks for connecting and take care.